Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Maria and I am the trigger warning. That said, my favorite type of read is a cold read, so we're just going to do that, though I will say that before I started, I was called to both of these. I smiled when I saw this one, so I grabbed it because I have sensory stuff with this one. It just feels nice. I don't know how else to explain it other than it feels really good when I touch this one. And then I saw this one, which is, they're the same stone. They're both amethyst, right? This is chevron amethyst, and this is raw amethyst. My sister gave me this from some time that she went to one of the museums. It had a manatee. Was it a manatee that was on it? I don't know. I took it off. It was a little charm. I had to hold him. I had to, and I couldn't hold him while he was on this rock, so I had to rip him off. I'm sorry, Leilani, if you ever see this. I love you. I love my present, but I had to hold it. So now I actually think I threw the little manatee in my charms bag. So I guess we're going to use charms because I'm being called to that. I don't think it's in here, though. I think it's hidden in my room in a little tiny jewelry box. Anyways, enough about me. What I got when I finally joined these two together, different yet the same. It's the same stone. They're both amethyst. But this is raw amethyst and this is a chevron amethyst. Okay? So there's something about different yet the same. What that is yet, I don't know. We shall see. If you're called to it, look up what the differences are in them. I don't know. It just felt important to say. That said, hi. I've got a lot on my mind, so my brain's jumping around to a lot, so I apologize if I go on tangents during this video. Yeah. It's not fun having so much in your head all the time. It becomes overwhelming. But I want to know what your current energy is. And then we'll go from there. We'll see what Spirit wants to talk about. Let's talk to love, because love is all that matters. Love is all that is. One day we'll all realize that. Ooh! You guys got the panther. I love panthers. It's time to release your passions, live your dreams, and begin a new chapter in your life. You're encouraged to expand your awareness, eliminate your fears, and become a whole new person. You are guided and protected. So panthers, and it says guidance. Panthers are very, I mean, they're pretty deadly hunters, right? Okay? So whatever your passion is, like, you're dangerously good at whatever it is, because it's meant to be. It's meant to be that way because it's your passion. It was a seed that was planted in you because it's who you are. We're all fractals of love, right? You're safe at this time to be yourself. You're safe to make changes, okay? Whatever changes you need to make to bring yourself into peace, into stillness, and to maintain it, right? Because we never want to have so much going on that it's like I'm seeing someone who's like forgetting to take care of themselves, forgetting to remember their meetings, remember their appointments, because they're like taking care of everybody else's. Yeah, so I mean, this could be, I don't know what you do for work. It feels like maybe work is pretty hectic as well. I'm getting high stress. That's all I'm getting is a high stress environment. You could make changes at work. Somebody here could be making changes at work. Don't be afraid to speak up if you have ideas or concerns. Why did I'm kind of feeling this bottom one. Yeah, it kind of feels nice. But the whole deck is, what did I do? I think I mixed them all up. Okay. We got the beaver and the turtle. Balance and calm. You're being told that hard work is important, but so is quality time with your loved ones. The balance. Did I not say balance when I said something about work? The balance between work, play, family, and career must be maintained for overall wholeness and success. Okay? You have to be happy, healthy, and whole before you can make anyone else happy, healthy, and whole, because you cannot give what you do not have and what you are not. Okay? So if you want love but you're a hateful person, don't expect love. Okay? You have to embody what it is that you truly seek. And when you do that, it's like the stars align. Yeah, I got like some magical conjunction happens, right? Like the stars align. Big magic happens. Miracles, right? The turtle wisdom teaches us about walking our path in peace and sticking to it with determination and serenity. You may be encouraged to take a break in your busy life and look around or within you for more grounded, long-lasting solutions. The guidance, right, was it's time to realize your passions, live your dreams, and begin a new chapter in your life. If you have not been the priority for yourself in your own life and in your environment, it's time to change that. You always have to be your number one priority. You cannot give from an empty cup. You cannot give what you do not have. If you're not well rested, you can't go all out. Or I don't know, whatever. But it's the same thing. Like if you're not healthy with what you're eating, you're not fueling your body properly, you can't go all out, right? Like it depends whatever it is that you do, because everybody's different. Expand your awareness and illuminate your fears. Expand your awareness. So this to me brings up a need to have new experiences. Okay? Try things someone else's way. If for any other reason than to just give yourself a break and let somebody else take control of something, let somebody else, hold the reins for a little while, then that's what you need to do. Because you got there's like, you got to bring this balance to yourself, that inner balance and inner peace, right? You could be making that for everyone around you, but because you're doing everything for everyone around you, you are so depleted when it comes time to taking care of yourself that even if you want to, like, you're failing at it, not because, you're a failure or anything. No, quite the opposite, but because you've been giving so much everywhere else. Think of them as like energetic cords. You are the battery that powers everything in the world around you, right? So think of everything you interact with as having like an energetic cord to you, right? Because you're powering that manifestation. If you are trying to power the whole planet, you're going to deplete yourself. You need to receive as well. I feel that you do give. And I feel that Um, receiving may be a foreign concept to you. But maybe that's where you need to expand your awareness, right? And let go of the fears. Allow yourself to want more. Allow yourself to expect more. Okay? Three very different animals. But you know what's interesting? Okay? The turtle is a land animal, but it can go into the water. The beaver is predominantly a water animal, but it can go on land. And then the panther is predominantly land, but can also go in water. Okay? I'm getting Capricorn, so I have to say it. You could be a Capricorn, right? Or an earth or a water sign. So this will probably resonate more for people in those signs, I guess. Just little details, little breadcrumbs along the way, right? Oh man, I messed this whole deck up. I shuffled it funky because they're really long and it's harder to reach to get a good shuffle. I like the smaller decks because it's so easy. I can grip them. This is like a regular like poker card set size. It's nice. These, they're a handful. Acceptance. Yeah, that's what it really feels to me, that's what you're being guided towards, is acceptance. Oh, honey. You're going to be releasing a lot of hurt and pain, okay? This really feels like it's within yourself. This almost feels like you're reaching a point of accepting things you've done, sins of the past. That have led you to a place where you're not happy. Like that that inner, again, it's inner, it's internally, okay? Clarify this, please. Yeah. So you could be learning to trust deeper, to open up on a deeper level, to have deeper commitments with people, right? And that's put you in a position where you're having to make amends with yourself and make peace with yourself and your past. Past is feeling very big here. It's like I'm closed off to seeing what it is. Felt like there was something still on me. You're someone who really, really, really needs to feel super duper safe. Like it's almost like you need to I don't know how to say this. It's like you have to have a guarantee that it's going to go your way before you do anything. But even if you think you've measured all the angles and, and done all the things to cover all your bases, life works in mysterious ways. And you cannot outrun the things that are meant to find you, to help to get you where it is you really want to be. No matter how hard you fight it, those truths are going to keep coming back to you. And they're going to come back in ways that trigger you in a multitude of ways, okay? From frustration to anger to sadness to disbelief and everything in between and in the opposite end of the spectrum, okay? I got the seal song, Fly Like an Eagle. Oh, it's one of my little river rocks. It's so pretty. Oh. No matter how high the mountain or tower that you have to climb, right? Or no matter how high up you are when the lightning of the tower card comes, you're safe. You're okay. You're safe to be here. You're safe to take chances. Okay? 3 safety pins? Who needs 3 safety pins? Right? That's seamstress stuff right there. That would make a cute earring, huh? Probably hurt to put that on there though. Anyways, usually 1 or 2 safety pins, like if it's a diaper, but no, even then, back in the day, they used 1 big pin on the front of the diaper, right? And there's 3 here, right? And they're connected. So you are definitely getting held in place. And what does that mean? That means that the conditions you're currently living in, those are protected, okay? You're not going to lose the way you're currently living. Your quality of life is not going to change, is what I'm getting, okay? That's what's being held while things are being smoothed out, whatever that means. And I'm feeling drawn to the top one. Transformation, the Metamorphosis card. Pay attention to the areas in your life or personality that are in need of profound change or transformation. You're about to enter a phase of expansion and growth, which will be highly beneficial to your future. Okay? So, the first one, and here's the last one, right? So the opening energy is the Panther with guidance. It's time to release your passions, live your dreams, and begin a new chapter in your life. You are encouraged to expand your awareness, eliminate your fears, and become a whole new person. You are guided and protected. And we're finishing with the Metamorphosis card, the butterfly. I know it's not easy to be yourself in an environment where everyone disagrees with your natural choices. Do it anyways. You are a sovereign soul. You have a voice. These are God-given rights, okay? Out of all the creatures on this planet, humans are the ones that can most clearly and efficiently express themselves. in a multitude of different ways. Pay attention to the areas in your life or personality that are in need of profound change or transformation. The shit about you that makes you the most miserable is the shit you need to change. You know who you really want to be. We all do. I don't care what anybody says. We all know, in here, we all know who we want to be. Who we think we are. You don't need anybody's permission to be who that is. And I know it's not easy. I struggle with that myself in many different ways. Okay? But you will always have help along the way. Okay? You have the little guardian angel with the red stone. Okay? Red is the root chakra, the grounding, the connecting to the energies of the earth, connects your soul and the ethers, that silver thread, right, that comes through us all, through your vessel and down into the earth to connect with this here. That's protected. This is such a huge freaking blessing right now to have this. Not all blood is family. Somebody needs to hear this. Not all blood is family. And you can love people from afar. Okay? You deserve to be at peace and comfortable in your environment, whatever that may be, and it deserves to be the environment that you choose. And at some point you gotta decide, you know what, I am gonna start doing something for me. Like really for me. Not just surface level, like, whatever. I mean, I'm talking like soul deep. Like this is something that you do and everyone around you looks at you differently because it's such a profound and powerful and impactful change that, yes, I'm seeing a wave going across the planet, a wave of energy. The whole world cannot help but notice. And you deserve that. You really do deserve that, okay? So pay attention to what's coming up to you now. Do you want to be more relaxed? Well, what would make you more relaxed? Do you want to have more privacy? Well, what would give you more privacy? Do you want to go out more? Well, how could you do that? You know, where could you go? Whatever these things are for you, no matter how insignificant it may seem, maybe you want to, I don't know, literally just change up an order of something that you do in your day. Like have your sandwich first instead of your coffee or something like that. Or your coffee first if you usually have your sandwich first. Whatever it is, I'm trying to show you how insignificant of a change. You could put your toothpaste on the left side of the sink instead of the right, or on the right instead of the left, or in the middle, you know, or maybe you put it in the closet. I don't know. It's something that you do that you make this change, and yeah, that wave. And that wave goes around and comes back, okay? It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? But the butterfly is the only one of all these creatures that can fly. The disharmony around you is a gift to show you where you're not satisfied, okay? So that you can, I'm seeing like a pivot, right? It's not a huge change in direction, right? It's just a little pivot. It's the beginning of you actually being gentle with yourself. Of having the conscious awareness of when you're not being kind or truthful or protective or what nurturing or whatever with yourself and for yourself. Once you learn even one of them, keep checking in with yourself regularly. And when you notice, wow, it's actually been this long since this, that, or the other, congratulate yourself for that. Smile about it. Feel into it and give thanks that you've transformed. Even if it's just because you're beginning to build the chrysalis around yourself. Celebrate that. You know what's coming next, and keep going. Okay? Yeah, the quality time with the loved ones feels really important, okay? Your boss is just going to have to understand. Your office, your employees, whatever it may be, your producers, whatever, everybody is just going to have to understand that you are making time for the life you want to live, because that is a God-given right every single human has. It's free will, right? So we're free to choose our own paths to wherever we choose for our path to lead. Anyone who imposes on that directly or indirectly, man, this is why this planet is so full of karma. Bouncing around everywhere, amplifying day and night. Yeah, it's like planetary ping pong. Everybody's just pushing it off onto the next person, you know? And that stops. That stops at a certain point. You can only push off your healing for so long before it's right there in your face again. Okay? And when that happens, remember, it's happening to remind you that you're safe at this time to really dig in deep to the things that you know you need to dig into to bring clarity to yourself. You can't ask the questions and then not want to hear the answers when they come in. Ask and ye shall receive. If you ask for it, you're gonna get it. If you're constantly thinking about it, you're gonna get it. If you're constantly like taking the focus off of enjoying the moment and just experiencing what's coming next for that day, freedom. You're impeding your own progress towards where you really want to be. Yeah, whatever, the stuff that you've been clinging on to, I feel like you know that there's some unhealthy stuff you've been clinging on to. And this is your sign that it is definitely time for you to start working on those things. to start improving them. The butterfly again. And that's that transformation. You choose. Listen, it's only being shown to you because it's something you wanted, right? If you want to, oh God, it's in the way. If you want more patience, if you want to be a more patient person, your patience will be tried, will be tested. The experiences bring us the learning. And the test is how we respond when it happens. Yes, you will be pushed out of your comfort level, and you're just going to have to get used to being there for a little while. Because once you spend enough time out of your comfort level in this field of transformations, if you will, where you're flowing from one thing to the next because there's a goal you're looking to achieve, right? When you stay there, you become the 0 point energy, which means you literally get to a point where it becomes natural and all you have to do is just exist and everything gets attracted, everything comes into you. Okay? All right. Brought my attention back to the safety pins again. Everything is secure, okay? You're secure. Try the things you're curious about trying. Experience the things you're curious about experiencing, right? Challenge the things you want to challenge. Whatever you're being called to for a reason, okay? Yeah, it feels like you're not believing that you can reach certain great heights. I'm seeing a parent like gently pulling the kid by the ear, like, hey, because they zone out sometimes. Not in a child abuse way, y'all. Geez, seriously, tug your own ear, baby. Grab it and tug it, and you feel like that little pull. Okay. You can move people gently that way. You can do this. You can turn them to look at you, right? And obviously, listen, I'm not going to explain myself to anybody. Fuck that shit. That's not fucking... Grabbing a fucking ear and doing that's... No, fuck you. But it's the universe coming and pulling you gently in the direction of your dreams. And you're like kicking and screaming. I think it's this way. I think it's this way. There are things you cannot see. There are things you cannot comprehend yet. Have faith that the detour is the destination. Okay? Anyways, if this resonated, give me a thumbs up. If you're new and you like the way that I read and I'm not too triggering for you, go ahead and subscribe and then hit the notification bell so you can see when I upload another video. I really hope this helps you. It feels like there are clearings. Thank you. There are clearings happening in the root chakra, and if you would like to receive this energetic healing, just say, I accept, I receive, whatever. Make a little sentence with it if you want, and receive that now, okay? You could have more bowel movements. You could have decrease. I'm getting decrease in headaches, okay? Yes, thank you. Because it feels like stress is being relieved as you anchor in, as you ground in, root in these changes. Because you ask the questions, you're receiving the answers, but you're not going in the direction of making the changes, though you're aware of it. And it's like you're heading towards a bumpy road when all you've got to do is go this way a little bit and the road is smoother this way, and you're still going to reach your destination, You just won't have to go through, like, yeah, it's like you're trying to be guided away from chaos, away from discomfort. And you're almost fighting it. You're fighting it because you're afraid, well, what if this isn't me playing it safe? What if I'm being too risky? What if I'm being too confident? What if I'm being cocky? What if I'm this? What if I'm that? Why are you questioning your divine guidance that you're getting, the messages you're receiving within yourself? Please stop doing that. Yes, do it for yourself in doses, okay? Say, okay, today I feel like I can accept this. Today I can accept for the whole day or half of the day or the next few hours. You can send me any signs you want. Open to receive them. Please make them clear and concise so that I can fully, thoroughly, and unmistakably receive, right? Make it as clear as you want. And you will receive those messages, okay? And do it in little doses, and then practice more time and more time, because this is the becoming, okay? This is how you reach the destination, is the journey. And the journey has a beginning. It has ups and downs and zigzags and swirlies, right? All sorts of different things happen. Don't be so obsessed with whatever picture you're wanting to paint that you're not enjoying the picture as it is currently painted. Because it feels like there are a lot of beautiful things around you just itching for you to notice them, for you to relax into a state of trust. In whichever direction you're being guided, because some of you are going to be guided to process some anger that you have. Some of you are going to be guided to process some sadness or insecurities that you have, okay? These are things that are going to bring up emotions. The things you're going to be processing will bring up emotions. But it's all in the name of love, okay? It is all in the name of love. I promise you, love is real. Love exists. Love loves you. Love wants to comfort you and hold you and guide you, but you have to be open to that, and you have to be accepting of it. And you have to understand that it's not always going to look the way you would have ever even imagined for it to look, okay? Let the great mysteries of life unfold before you. Even the scary stuff brings some pretty beautiful stuff in the end. And that feeling that we sometimes get from different experiences of loss or grief or longing or regret, all of those are there to embrace us and be like, listen, this is what you've learned now. This is what this taught you. And look, this is how beautifully you're going to grow from this now. Because now you're noticing all these different ways to apply this new magical method so that you don't experience those things. And even if some of those things you know are things you'll experience again in life, because that's just life, you're still going to be working towards a point where you're going to be able to be in a state of neutrality, okay? So please, please, please trust that you are safe, you are held, you are protective. I said protective instead of protected. Okay. Those you are protecting are safe. Okay? They are safe and protected by the same love that is keeping you safe and protected at this time. Yeah. Let yourself be free. Free your mind, free your heart, free your body, stretch, do crazy things, run around crazy like, I don't know, like a little kid, like a little kid, right? Climb trees again, do cartwheels, whatever it is, make funny animal sounds in random places, right? Just exist in that state of wholeness. And your adorable little magical self is going to have all these little magical things happen all around you that some might be scary at first, but you're going to see, oh, no reason to be scared. Okay, all right? So please, please trust and believe. You can be who you want to be, how you want to be, okay? There's a place for everyone here, and we really, truly all can coexist if we can just accept that. Let the little bubbles form. Let the humans of the globe create their little bubble spaces of their beliefs, right? And then they'll know, okay, well, this one we're cool with. Okay, nope, that one we're not going to connect to that one because, you know, we don't connect peacefully or whatever, right? We have to let that happen. I think you're going to be good. Yeah. I think you guys are going to be, I'm really drawn to the purple and red. So the clearing's definitely going to be root chakra and crown chakra. I keep getting third eye. Oh. As a result of the base and the crown connecting and clearing. Oh, connecting. Interesting. As a result of that, good things are coming. Some of you will be coming online psychically. Don't be afraid of it. Magic is just science we don't yet understand. Once upon a time, they thought fire was, witchcraft or devilry, right? And the same thing for guns, and for telephones and things like that. A handheld lighter. Oh my goodness, he makes fire with his hand, right? Like, magic is just science we don't yet understand. Eventually, humans will evolve enough, but for now, this is where we are, and that's okay. And everybody has to really ground in their own awareness, conscious awareness. Ooh, conscious awareness. It's a good one. To keep your conscience clear, I got. So it's like living a life of no regrets. It is possible, and you're on your way. Keep going. You got this. All right, guys. I hope that helped, and that's all I've got for now. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.